Namaste everyone here at booktube. Welcome to my channel Hamsavahini Vajra Astra. I'm Ohana. Today's video is going to be about a book review, and the book which I'm going to talk about today is Magical Women, and this is an anthology of short fantasy stories or modern fantasy stories, and it has been edited by Sukanya Venkat Raghavan. Now I have penned down my thoughts on a few pages after reading this book, which I will be referring to from here on. Now the genre that this can be categorized under are two. First, it is a adult fantasy fiction, and second, it can also categorized under anthologies. Now about the contributors to this collection, each and every contributor has been mentioned at the end of the book, along with a brief overview of their latest works and projects which are currently ongoing, and you would find this right at the end of the book. Now I arrived at this book while participating in one of the readathons which were being held on booktube in the month of September, and I have posted a link to the announcement video of this readathon. So in case if you're curious, do please click on the link, it will take you straight to that readathon. Now this fantastical collection of anthologies takes us through monsters, myths, beauty, grey morality and magic. So while we have a courtesan woman who is a vampire monster, yet a master of arts, dance, music and drama, we also have twin monsters on the other hand who are living in each other's body, and they prey on men who are fatally attracted to them. We are also taken into the beautiful, exquisite realm of a little girl called Yukti, who belongs to a generation of universe weavers, and she has to weave an entire universe with the light of the lotus threads, and breeds magic of life for a planet called Earth to have living beings existing in the rich, vibrant and ecology along with biodiversity. Now a reader experiencing the beautiful fairy tale of love and compassion between a winged angel called Kinnaras in the Indian tradition. They are basically angels, which is half human, and they also have wings, and another human being. So this is a love story between a Kinnara, which is a winged angel, along with a human being, one of whom is cursed, and they're cursed to become a pishacha, which is a wandering, roaming ghoul, which has not made it to the other side of liberation or to heaven. And the journey of this pishacha, which is cursed, through the liberation of pure love, the sheer fantastical journey which is embarked upon by these two individuals is absolutely fantastical, and I really love this story. Now there are also other stories about the natural world, which has been portrayed as a goddess, and evolution being portrayed as a god, and they are both having a small chat, or let's say a heated discussion, in a human cafe. And every time the scales tip in the argument of favor of discussion on either side, whether it's the goddess of the earth or nature, or it is the evolutionary god, there's something or the other which is going to take place in the background. So it's very interesting to know at the end of the conversation who exactly wins. So this has been a very interesting story which I had read, and we also have a modern day conference of the Hindu goddesses in a very modern avatar, trying to decide about the fate of the sacred river goddess Ganga, which was also quite melodramatic, but it was also very artistically portrayed. Then we do also have futuristic stories where there are two kinds of humans who exist, and a chance encounter with a pure human with an ancient semi-divine being, the Yakshini, who has grey morality, to a story set up in a time warp where a student who struggles with life and death views her own future self and traverses back into a parallel world to get back to her reality. Now there are also tales of a puppet who was originally a pure soul at the edge of the worlds, who chose to take time to experience the events in a human life hence was condensed into a mere puppet at a circus within a human setting till the time she remembered her pure self back again. So this book is a complete fantastic journey through magical realms of feminine mystery and dark secrets. So they reveal themselves in this very mystical way, and the sheer beautiful, I would say, crafting of the entire storylines and the amalgamation of this anthology has been absolutely a fantastic journey. Now, in my opinion, the striking features of this book was that it was a vivid confluence of mythic beings and timeless stories set in a contemporary and futuristic flow of tales. The flow of the stories were diverse. No two stories were the same, and each was a beautiful gem studied in perfection to create this amazingly creative anthology. Now, my favorite story was that of a 5,000-year-old demon who is known as a Rakshasi in the Indian culture, and she grew beautiful roses, and she lived amongst human beings. She was extremely beautiful, but nobody knew that she was a 5,000-year-old demon. Even though she used to try and tell it, it never used to register in anyone's memory. So that was a very magical part of it, and she grew beautiful roses which she used to gift it to everyone who used to live around her. And it is the mystery behind what is the rose, or in fact what leads her to plant roses in the middle of the night, which makes the story very, very interesting. So I would definitely recommend this book to anyone who's looking for a fantastical and mystical journey of femininity, and it's actually packed with feminine stories. Every story is so beautiful, and every story is a gem. So I would recommend this to anyone who is interested in mysticism, fantasy, and especially Indian mythic beings and Indian mythology. And the rating that I would give this book would be 5 on 5. So these are some of my thoughts which I could pen down after reading this book. So I would like to know yours. In case if you read this book, do please post your comments in the comment section below, or you can also make a video response to this particular video to let me know your views. So with that, I will be wrapping up this video. I will meet you in another video very soon. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a good reading week ahead, and namaste.